You cannot claim for toll bridge tickets. Manager going through expenses hauls us in and tells all the engineers that they are not allowed to claim for using the toll bridge. He also puts an embargo on any overtime that is not arranged with him beforehand, so we do exactly as manager wants. We don't use the toll bridge, saving the company 80p a day. Instead, we use the long way round with an extra 30 miles and leave 45 minutes earlier in order to make sure we don't claim on overtime. So complete compliance to the order was guaranteed. 5 techs continued that tradition for years. Was once told I couldn't take a solo taxi from the airport. About a 20-minute ride. So I took the shared van to save maybe $10, but added probably 2 hours in overtime. Same approval procedure, so didn't save any manager time. After that I just forgot the policy and nobody cared. I ran local deliveries for a few years. Company got bought out. New Magelment. First day running deliveries, I run over the local toll bridge. I get back and ask for reimbursement like I had been for years and was rejected. I mentioned it takes miles off my trip. Didn't matter. They would not reimburse me for it. Okay, so I skipped the toll bridge and ran around it and added about 5 miles of city traffic and about a half hour to my day. Every day for 3 more years until I fired the company. What added to the stupidity is there were 2 customers that I delivered to almost daily. And they were right on opposite sides of the bridge. So drive all around to go back to almost where I had been 30 minutes earlier. I live on an island with 3 bridges. If you don't take the toll bridge, which is 3 miles from destination A, it's at least a 30-mile detour to use one of the other bridges instead of spending the 80 cents. The U.S. government currently assumes that each mile driven costs about $0.655. Rolling on the floor laughing. That of course doesn't cover your personal wages as well. Penny pinchers are amazingly short-sighted. To use a phrase I heard on this sub, stepping over dollars to pick up dimes. Problem is when the blowback don't go back to the offender. Shit just went sideways for under. Ninja edit. Would be great if OP has more info on the fallout. I read this as bridge troll. I need to use the sleep. Your manager has no feet left to shoot holes in. Nice. Don't listen to the chatter, OP. Your explanation was fine. I was in Las Vegas once with a group of coworkers because we had display booths in 2 different trade shows at the same time. All 9 of us were gathered in the hotel lobby and talking about getting dinner. Company policy at the time allowed $35 per person for dinner but had an exception for high-end markets, i.e., Las Vegas. So we were just going to all go to a steakhouse in the hotel next door. Our GM was walking by and asked what our plans were. When we told him, he gave us a look like we were going overboard. Keep in mind, many of us had stood on our feet for 810 hours and walked a few miles back and forth from hotel to venues. So, we decided to change plans. We got taxis and went to an Italian restaurant just beyond the busy part of the strip. So yay! We saved $1,015 per person. But we spent almost $300 for taxis to get us all to the restaurant and back. Love it. Not malicious, just compliant. Penny wise, pound foolish. Company car? I worked for a company in early 2000s that didn't tell me they paid mileage. I went from VA to VT to NJ. I turned in hours for driving and they paid me for it. I also turned in toll receipts, but they never reimbursed me for them. So I called payroll to find out how to get paid and they said it's covered in the per mile they pay. Me and I haven't tuned in mileage. So I recalculated my route on streets and trips and turned in $2,500 in mileage. They gave me a check for that instead of $60 in tolls. OP's post edited for readability, style. Years ago, while going through our expenses, my manager hauled in all the engineers for a meeting and set 2 new rules for us. 1. We can't claim tolls from the toll bridge as an expense. 2. We can't do overtime unless it's approved by him beforehand. So from then on, we did exactly as he said. 1. We didn't use the toll bridge anymore. That saves the company 80p a day. Instead, we took the long way. 30 extra miles. 2. We left the office to head to the site 45 minutes earlier than we used to, in order to make sure we wouldn't need to claim overtime. Complete compliance. Guaranteed. It's been years. He still hasn't realized how much he screwed himself. So you left worksite 45 minutes early and clocked extra mileage? Did that total to more cost? I feel like this was poorly explained. No fallout? Got the compliance part. Where is the malicious part?
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Ericast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.